I just signed. Here's my signature.
All right. That's what I like to see. All right. So the date today is January 6th, crazy ass day, and the chopper's in the background, of course, but we're gonna have a unique show today. We're gonna talk about New Year's that just passed, and we're gonna talk about some fantasy football hijinks that went on, talk about a little bit of Boba Fett, maybe some crypto if we get our crypto experts on here.
And where they at?
Brandon actually bailed out tonight, so we'll see if Rob can step up in his place, and maybe Ruben will jump in and give another freezing cold crypto take. So we'll see how it goes. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and not join in on that crypto talk because that's not a real thing.
Come on.
All right. So welcome everyone to the show for today. Appreciate you guys being here, and glad to have our guest on today, our fantasy football champs, Ricky Gonzalez and Steezy Cody Williams, right there.
That's right.
Right.
Alex Benitez will be representing the loser of the championship game, Mr. Tim Perry. So he's going to give us that loser perspective of what happened here this last week.
It was a fumble.
Exactly. We've heard a lot of comparisons to the immaculate reception, to the tuck rule, to the butt fumble. You name it, this championship had it all, man. It was
to the immaculate conception.
Felt like it.
Yeah.
Pretty wild stuff. But overall, New Year's just passed. We're a week in, and I know everybody's talking about this dumb thing that happened a year ago. But I'd rather talk about New Year's and kind of how everybody went. So what did everybody do for New Year's, considering we're dealing with all this mess right now going on in America and people are acting crazy? So what did everyone kind of do to either stay safe or just went crazy and buck wild out there? Start with you, Angel.
Dude, I fucking got hammered. I went streaking. I didn't do a goddamn thing, dude. I had work the next day at 3 o'clock in the morning. So my ass went to bed at 8 o'clock. Fucking woke up because the fireworks were going off, and then Roscoe jumped on top of the bed, and it was a mess, bro. But yeah, that's all I did.
You didn't even make it to 9 o'clock drop?
Nah, dude, I was tired from work earlier that day. I got off late. I was supposed to go to Linda's house, but I got off late. I told Crystal, you're on your own, dude. Happy New Year's, and I went to bed early, dude.
Solid. What about you, Alex?
Me, dude. Nothing. Chilled at home. That's all it was.
And
Kept it plain and simple. Dude, I didn't even make it to like 11, and I knocked out. And then like 11:30, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get up, dude. Had a few drinks.
That's like most people this year.
Yeah, it was just like, oh okay, they get the ball drop. All right, going back to bed.
What about you, Steve? What was going down in Indiana?
I was actually with Ricky. I was on the way back.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They were celebrating together.
So we were together.
No.
Yeah, we were together for New Year's, and we were playing board games all night long. And then no one wanted to end the night on the L, so we kept run it back, and it was 3:30 in the morning when we finally stopped.
Hold on, there's a correction to that. Cody didn't want to end on the L.
No. Because I beat Rick. I went on a hot streak around 1:30, and Ricky didn't want to take it, and so we kept playing.
But then we also discussed what our lineup was going to be that night.
Strategize.
We did.
Nice.
We did talk a little fantasy football.
Okay.
Yeah,
we talked
about the lineup.
And really, the big call was Cody had made the call. Oh, I'll go into that when you get into the next topic. But that was a big night for what our lineup ended up being.
That's a good little insight there. I like that. Yeah, you'll have to delve into that in a few minutes there. Yeah.
Hey, what kind of game?
The alcohol helped. Having a couple drinks while talking about it gave a little liquid confidence to make it move.
What Cody? What are all the games called that we played?
We played a game called Twice as Clever, which is kind of like Yahtzee on steroids, and you're passing the dice around, and you keep some dice and give some dice to other people, and so you're kind of fighting back and forth over that. We also played Lost Ruins of Arnak, which we played with Manny as well. Manny enjoyed that. We played that a couple times too. But yeah, it was that dice game that kept us up for 3 or 4 hours.
And the Atlantis game, right, where we have to save Atlantis.
Yeah, there was a little co-op action where we were working together to save Atlantis and Atlantis Rising.
And that's what we were
Nice.
So
talking
you
about.
take on an Atlantean, yeah, and you're a leader. And so yeah, Ricky led us to keep Atlantis alive.
So,
I gotta say,
a dark little secret
gotta
about
say,
Cody is Cody is an expert board game savant. I mean, the amount of board
Got a
games
bunch
this
of
guy
them.
carries with him, he travels only with board games. He doesn't bring underwear. He doesn't
shit.
bring booze. He brings board games.
There's no need. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I bring the party with me.
yeah, it's pretty impressive. So
Hey,
it's great.
he would have to go heads up with Eric, Mo's husband, because that's all they do too
Ooh.
is play board games, dude.
Oh, there you
He
go.
brought this
Oh.
cool one. He did bring this cool one for Christmas. They're like little horses, like horse racing. But you play with cards and quarters and you win money.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty, that one I enjoyed. I won $10 off of that, but yeah, it was cool.
Hey.
Oh, rare
There's
time for you
no
to win money,
in
huh?
there.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, $372. You didn't hear that?
I offset it a little bit.
Oh man, that's interesting. That's good stuff there. Yeah, I like hearing that. What about so Ricky? You know, Cody was with you. That's great. You know, as far as myself, I kind of kept it. I didn't go risque, but I took the boy out to do a little celebrating down the street, down at the neighbor's house. You know, a bunch of little kids hanging out there. I stayed up till 9, did the 9 o'clock thing, and watched Miley Cyrus' top fall off, and that was it.
Yeah.
oh, dude, that's right.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, her top fell off. Oh, all right.
Wait, her top really fell off or what?
Oh yeah, it came
Yeah.
off, dude. It was
Yep.
wild, and she caught it, and she's all laughing and giggling. I was like, okay,
Oh wow.
yeah,
All right.
Miley giving a little extra on New
I'm
Year's
gonna have to
Eve.
go back
so-
on YouTube and take a look.
And look, it's not the first time for her. She probably had no problem with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would say if Ricky just pulls his shirt up, it's probably the same. I mean,
Seems accurate.
but you know, that was kind of what I did. You know, kept it simple, and you know, only had a few drinks and head home. And it's weird, right? You can't really do what you want to do, and plus, you know, Angel and I approaching 40. Partying just seems insane now. You have no desire to do it.
Oh, wait a minute. I do have the
Especially
desire,
your
bro.
age. You're working at
I
3
just don't
a.m.
have
though.
the
Come
time,
on.
that's all.
Yeah.
So you got the desire, but not all right. I don't have the desire. No.
Stupid work,
my
that's
friends don't want
why.
to hang out with.
Yeah, my friends are all losers now and they don't want to hang. But yeah,
We'll see how it is at the fantasy football party at the end of the year party. You'll see. You'll see
Hell
Angel.
yeah.
Yeah. Angel's like Benjamin Button. He's like going backwards in time. He's like, ridiculous.
Next, we're gonna see the shaved sides with the slick back hair.
Ooh.
I gotta keep it clean because I'm gonna end up looking like Rick pretty soon.
Oh no.
There we go. There's Adam joining in.
Oh,
All right.
check this out.
Let's see.
You want to see 40?
Yeah.
No, this is 50. Hey.
Oh shit! You're on mute.
You're on mute, Adam.
I know you don't know how to work computers, you old man. But
He's the resident boomer. That is true.
Shut up, you damn millennial. All of yous.
Yeah, Adam, I have to disclose it out because Google's telling me to. We are recording this chat, so
Yeah.
for litigation purposes. So when you see me later, I did tell you that it's being recorded. But welcome to the show. We're gonna talk about your guest spot in Boba Fett this week. So you know.
Hey, I'm just glad they're having Wookiees of color now. It's fantastic.
Finally.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, there was an uproar, no pun intended.
But we just talked about our New Year's festivities, what went down. What about you, Adam? How did you celebrate New Year's this year? What went down in the Pereira household?
Went to a neighbor's house. I think I was out by 11 o'clock. Woke up the next year.
Hey, at least you made it till 11.
Yeah, pretty good.
There you
Yeah,
go.
right. Is that the longest man standing or what?
You and
I was
Alex.
9:30,
No.
I was out.
I don't know.
Ricky.
Me and Cody made it all the way.
Yeah,
We were up till
3:30.
3.
Kids, I remember the days.
Oh, I slept till
Back in the
12 the next
50s.
day, but
Good deal. Well, and we can kind of jump into here now. Why we have our guest on here today, the CZ and Ricky. So those of you that don't know, I've been running a fantasy football league for quite a long time now. I mean, we're approaching 20 years for you pretty soon. And Adam was a former member of the league. Alex is a member of the league. Angel is a member. Cody joined just a couple years ago. Him and Ricky have been co-owning the team, but the league's been doing really well, really successful. And this being the first show I've talked about the league, we'll always bring it up around football season, but we just want to talk to the champs this week and really get their take on how this went down. They actually took me. I had the number one team all throughout the season, highest points, most wins. I was number one seed, and yeah, there we go. The Steez and
Don't mean shit.
Don't mean shit.
That's
How's it
right.
feel?
Right.
Woo, woo. Hey,
I had
bud.
Tom Brady. I don't know. He got that old man syndrome for a week and screwed me over. So it got me a big old goose egg. So my season ended at the hands of Cody and Ricky, and then they rode that wave all the way to the final. And they were this last weekend, they were going up against the second best team in the league. And I'll kind of let you guys take it from there. So talk about Sunday, and then talk about what led into the Monday night game that decided it all. So go ahead and talk about the lineup setup first. So you guys are getting together and talking about Saturday lineup. So go start there.
Cody, do you want to start with me?
Yeah, I can go ahead. We were kind of going over the lineup position by position, and it was like, okay, we clearly agree on our quarterback. Stafford's carried us throughout the whole season, so he's a must. The biggest problem was our running backs. We were kind of tossed up on the running back situation. We had Miles Sanders, broken hand, he's out. So we picked up Boston Scott, but then there's rumors Howard was back. We just didn't really know what to do with the guys we had. Sony Michel we had.
Sorry, Cody. Cody was the one. I'm going to give Cody the credit. He's the one who made the choice on Scott. I was more on the fence about it, but he made the choice to actually pick up Scott and went with it. And then he convinced me to, we should probably start him. So go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, one nice part about being in the finals is you're only kind of competing with one other guy for those pickups. So Tim's team, he was stacked, he was set, he wasn't really picking anyone up. So we just had our choice of the waiver wire. So we were able to get Boston Scott and Ogumba Wale for Jacksonville just because we had no options. Zeke was the only mainstay for us, so it was just a toss-up of who we were going to play. And so I kind of backed Boston Scott, and he ended up, I think he got us 19 points because he had 2 touchdowns on the day. And so I was driving from New Mexico. Ricky had work on that Sunday, so we pretty much said goodnight the night before, left early in the morning, and I had it as I was kind of driving, streaming on my phone on the dashboard, just checking every now and then on the red zone. And then Boston Scott scored a touchdown, yes, and then Stafford would throw an interception and take us down 2 points. And it was just this roller coaster ride while trying to drive safely. Oh, yeah, I don't know what Ricky was. Ricky was working most of the day, I know. Oh.
I came out of work and saw that our scores were very similar because by the time I got out, it was the last quarter of the second set of games. And so I saw how close our score was, but then I saw that our number one pick, who has been more than a disappointment, had only 2 points going into the fucking last quarter, and that's what he ended up finishing with. And when we looked at it, we saw that he had Chubb still for the Monday night game, and we were pretty much we're fucked because Zeke definitely did not hold up his end.
We all thought that. We all thought,
100%.
It was like we're done. We're like the toast.
So, but then we started playing karma games, and we're just like, well, looking back, Chubb has been held by his division rivals. Of all the teams, it's always been his division rivals that have held him down. Maybe with Omicron,
but never below 6 points. Never below 4 points. No, nothing that low.
You guys went crazy rational on that one. Like you guys are rationalizing yourself.
So he got held to 3 points by the Ravens. So we're like, okay. I was like, okay. And then Cody's like, maybe he'll get Omicron. And then on Twitter, it's blowing up that, Chubb out, because everyone wants
it's like trending. But then when you look at the tweets, it's people hoping he catches it. And it's like, oh, my God, I thought he was going to be out.
That's brutal.
I guess it
Isn't that
typically
horrible?
starts-
Yeah.
no, it starts.
People were wishing
guess the whole
a
story-
man to get COVID. It was wild.
I know. The whole story kind of starts that week, earlier in that week on Wednesday. I asked Manny for Tim's number, like, hey, we know the pot's going to be pretty big. Do you want to split it with us? No, he did not want to split it 60-40, shut it down. And so I texted him back,
That's my
like, come
man.
on, how about like 90-10? Like, give me and Ricky something.
Cody threw out the
He didn't even
90-10
respond
and
to
Tim
the
still
text.
went.
No, he didn't even respond. Didn't even dignify it with a response. I still have the text here just hanging. So it was like, wow, Ricky, he's not going to split with us. He's got a better team. He was projected for about 30 more points than our team.
So
So he was not splitting.
when Chubb broke that 30-yard run in the first, like 5 minutes,
Yeah,
I text Cody like, we're fucked. It's done already.
Yeah, I stayed away from watching the game on Monday night, stayed away from the chat, the group chat, just because I can't do it in the group chat. And then Ricky texted me once it was all over. I was laying down in bed, and he texted me, we lost by 1 point. I couldn't believe it. Was scrolling through, like, what could we have done different? Going through all that. We made some good pickups, like, Higby was 1 yard away from getting an extra point. It was like, okay, what have we done different? Playing those games, start going through the group chat, and I see, like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, no way. Like, he's going to do it. And Manny's like, hey, if you guys don't know and don't read the rules, I subtract 2 points from the home team. So this is really, like, fluff. And I freaked out, jumped out of bed, and called Ricky right away. Like, do you know this? Did you know this?
And
he's like, what? He didn't know either.
Cody starts digging through the rules because Cody has all the rules written down, and he's just like, oh my God, rule number 16. And he sends me a picture of it.
There's a PDF on the group chat you can pull up. Anyone can pull it up.
And I'm like,
was right.
We're like, holy shit. And we're just like, he's losing 2 points. He's losing 2 points. And then after that, after the realization that we won, it just blew up.
Oh, man, he's pulling it up here. Yeah,
there it is.
There it
I
is.
gotta do my job and present.
He knows the rules. What can you say? But then while I was calling Ricky, there was still like a minute and a half left, and the Browns had the ball, and neither of us had the game on, so we didn't know if he was going to dump it off to Chubb, like on one of those everyone runs deep, and there's like a 30-yard, catch and run by the running back. So we were just panicking, trying to refresh the ESPN page, trying to see what was going to happen. Here it is, Rule 16.
Rule 16. That's
as a neutral party. I'm gonna just. That's a shit rule.
But hey, he does. It does make sense on the last sentence. It does. He does bring it home on the last sentence.
Right? No. So we aligned it, Adam, when this rule was developed in 2018. It was to align with like NFL type of style play, right? You have home field. If you're the NFL home field, you have home field advantage, so you get that 2 point bump. But in the championship game, it's always at a neutral site, always at the
neutral site.
So that was how this kind of rule came into development. So we're going to give a 2 point bump to all the teams that are the higher seed through the quarterfinal and semifinal. But at the championship game, no one gets a bump because it's going to be an even 0-0 start.
So
the only tricky part is I don't think Manny can take those 2 points away until after the matchup. So it looks like they already have those points.
That's exactly correct. And that's why I made sure Tim, when we were going into the fourth quarter, I was like, Tim, you need to know you're not winning by 3. You're only winning. You're
losing by 1.
And so, Alex,
I'm down for number 19 though. That's a tight rule.
Yeah. So 2021 season will forever live in infamy. Rule 16. Rule 16 is going to be
he was up by 1 and ended up losing by 1 because he had the tiebreaker. So if we were tied, he would have beaten us.
Oh,
so we needed him to lose by 1.
I texted him that too. I told him, hey, if you tie, you're going to win because you crushed him on the bench points, but it didn't happen.
2 yards short.
2 yards short.
I was
2021 is the year of the Turkey Bowl tuck rule.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, and Tim's a Raider fan
rule.
too, so double whammy, dude. He's going over through this again, dude.
So I was gonna donate my Jared Goff Rams jersey, but now I'm just gonna peel off the Goff name and actually re-sew rule on it, and then so it's always Rule 16.
That's glorious. That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
You gotta wear that during draft day.
Oh,
Or-
it's draft
Oh.
day. You guys can also. I know Cody kind of impressed you guys with his championship style of celebrating, so you can expect even more and better.
Updated photos of the journey of the trophy
The
in the
trophy-
offseason.
The trophy's gonna travel more than all of you guys combined. It's gonna be impressive.
Yeah.
We got to make sure Tim takes a look at those pictures, dude. With you in the jersey.
Yeah,
Hey, I have his number. I can text him now.
Rule 16. Rule 16 is gonna have its own little like blog. Like, yeah, we might have a. I might be posting pictures on here. Like, oh, Rule 16 strikes again. It's-
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
Tim.
think I joined the
Yeah.
league in 2017, but I don't remember that rule change for 2018.
Look, when COVID
So,
gets the
yeah.
16th variant, I'm gonna ask them to name it Rule. So
Rule 16.
Rule 16. Tim, don't catch it.
Yeah. So, Alex, you saw. So Tim kind of went radio silent after like he wrote on Sunday. He wrote me fuck Tom Brady, and I was like, okay, because he had the Bucs defense.
All right.
He was very upset about that. But then on Monday after the Chubb,
How are you going to blame Tom Brady for that defense?
exactly, he was already irrational. He was already irrational, and for this. Next time around for Monday night, after I was texting him like, "Hey, you're losing. This doesn't look good." And then after Chubb never got the 2 yards, he went radio silent on me. And then he asked me the next day for all the rules. He's like, "Send me. I want all the rules."
I want to read them.
After
So
Tim
Alex,
doesn't read.
Alex, you just saw me. So what was Tim's mood like? What was he?
So- Yeah, so I walked into work and I'm over here already expecting it. My captain's sitting there and he's like, "Dude, fantasy football was crazy. Tim lost on our league," and I'm like, "Oh, he lost on your league too."
Oh,
I'm just like, "Fuck." I'm like, "Dude, he lost both leagues." I'm like, "All right." So I'm just chilling there, sitting in the lazy boy, waiting for him to show up. See his truck pull up, and I'm like, "Okay, here he comes." He walks in, he just stares at me, and I'm just like, "I feel bad for you, bro." And he is just like, "Fuck fantasy football. Fuck the turkey bowl. I'm done with this shit. I quit this shit. I'm done. What the fuck is Rule 16? When did you even make that stupid ass rule? That is bullshit." I'm just like, "It's Rule 16, Tim. I don't know what to tell you." You gotta read the rules. I think everyone got this file. And he's just like, "That's bullshit, man. I should have had that shit. What the fuck?" And dude, I mean, I can go on and on, but he was not happy whatsoever.
Was that
Because
the
he
year,
went on and on.
Was that the year we made the rule when we got drunk at my house and I passed out in the bathroom and he went in there and took a piss?
That was the year.
That was the year.
Passed
He was
out.
too
You
drunk
remember.
to remember that rule.
Oh
So,
man,
I
but
was
yeah,
there
he was,
that
dude,
year.
he was,
I was there
I'm with
that
Tim.
year.
Though.
Yeah.
That's a shit rule, dude.
yeah,
Hey, we
Don't
voted
you-
on
it
it.
wasn't-
It
It
makes
was
sense.
approved.
People
It was
voted on
approved
it.
by
It was
the
voted
league.
in.
yeah, he was pissed. He was like, because he was just like, "Okay, throughout the entire playoffs, we get the stupid 2 points, but at the end we don't." And I'm like, "It's in the rule, Tim. Didn't you not read the rules? Like,
Neutral site
Rule
theory.
16, the
written
championship
down?
game does not count."
What-
And it's
That
not
can
like
make
it's
sense.
So from an outsider's perspective, Adam, why is the rule stupid if it's clearly there in black and white?
So I wouldn't have voted it in, period. That you guys voted it in, hey, you guys voted it in. But from outside perspective, you're giving, quote, home field advantage, but the players are from they could be playing home or away. So it doesn't mean shit. There's no home field.
No, but we're giving the higher seeds a 2-point advantage. We're basically saying because you did so well during the regular season, during the playoffs, if you're a higher seed, you get a 2-point bump. We're making
Or you
So it's just to make the regular season worth something.
worth
or you
more.
can be 7-7 and win the league.
Hey, that's right. You
Mhm.
can be the true underdog and pull it out.
Go through the
I'm
top
sorry.
18.
I mean, I can see that. I can see that just for the regular season to make it more competitive. I can see that.
Yeah, that's why. So you're like really fighting for those top 4 spots because then you're gonna start the playoffs with a 2-point bump. That was the whole
Yeah.
rationale behind it.
Yeah. And it doesn't always come into play, but apparently sometimes it does.
This is honestly the first time. This is the first time
Only
I've
when it
seen
counts.
the rule in play, but this is also the first time where I see the home field advantage points like a major factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this rule. I'm always too drunk, but we're voting for rules, dude. I just raised my hand. Yes.
I was surprised go Tim.
I just want to say aye.
Yeah.
Tim was
One
demanding
type of beer.
he was demanding the original Word document, making sure that it was like,
Damn.
Yeah.
Photoshopped.
Not Photoshop, not augmented. I'm like, dude,
Well,
this
was edited.
is the rule. Like, I sent it out at the beginning of the season. There was no. It's on our group chat that you left. Like,
It's on the group chat. Yeah.
It's Rule 16, and there's many more rules after that. Just looking at that PDF, there's a lot more rules after that. So you can tell that rule is actually older than some of the rules that we were looking at. So,
exactly.
I mean, it's a rule that honestly, whenever it was voted in, probably all of us forgot was even there, except for the person who is keeping track of the rules.
Yeah, no,
Except for Manny.
Cheers.
That's my job. That's right. And I made sure everyone knew before that fourth quarter, because I knew that fourth quarter was not looking pretty. I was like, oh, everybody just needs to know what's going on here. And so
that was the moment when I started freaking out when I saw that message from you, because I had just avoided it all night and then saw Manny say it. And I was like, if Manny's saying it, it must be real. Oh, my God.
So, I mean, but think about it, Adam. Now, if that rule wasn't there, we wouldn't have this amazing content to talk about. Tim will forever live like in infamy. Like, dude, I lost by 2 freaking yards.
He also won't be in the league next year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But he'll still remember.
I'm done.
He said
He's
that when I was
back to
playing.
football.
Yeah, that's true.
When people ask him, hey, do you play fantasy football? And he says no, they're going to ask why. So he's always going to have a story.
Because of the Tuck rule.
It's going to forever live on with him.
Yeah, this was
Rule 16.
Is he still co-owner, or is he actually by himself now?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. He still, I think, has that person there, but I guess he's doing it himself. He hasn't told me. He got a new number recently too, so I was like, oh,
number 16.
Yeah. I think we should all send him a postcard with just a number 16 on it.
16. Sweet 16.
Oh my God.
But you have to hide it.
Yeah.
You have to send them something. I'm like, if I ever fly into Detroit, I'm gonna send them a postcard from Detroit because Jared Goff is there, and just have like.
Oh my gosh.
Number 16.
Hey, for Valentine's Day, we could send them all cards, and then 16, maybe.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Oh, his daughter's having a Sweet 16 coming up, isn't she?
Oh
no!
Perfect
Is she
timing.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my
This is
God.
perfect timing.
That's gonna haunt him forever.
That's it.
Write her a
Eagle
card
16.
write her a card that she has to read out loud that says like, "Hope you have a better 16th year than your dad has with the number 16."
Hope your 16 is sweeter than your dad's.
Oh
Man,
Those
yeah,
was
this is
messed
one
up.
I'll never forget. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
with that, 3-time champ now. That's the third one.
Yeah.
I think
Is
did I
it-
tie Hobby with that?
So
might
I was
have
gonna
tied
bring
Hobby
that
with
up.
that.
Has anybody won 3 in a row, back to back to back?
Javi got close. No,
Hobby was the closest.
Hobby got closest.
Javi was the closest.
Okay, so I was the first back to back. Who else? Carlos?
No,
No. Oh, so me and
I
Javi
think
are the only
only
2 back
Javi.
to back.
you and Hobby were the only ones that went back to back.
What about
shit.
Tim, the new Tim? Didn't he win back
No,
to back?
Tim
or
went-
no?
Nope.
He won, and then the following year he lost. He went.
He lost
all
to
the
me
way-
in the
Oh,
finals.
Yeah, lost to Cody.
Yes.
Yep.
In the finals. He got second
So-
place.
So is that rule still in place?
Also,
Yeah.
the commissioner still.
Three-peat names the trophy.
Yeah.
Repeat names of trophies. Still
Also,
there.
commissioner
Still on the
still hasn't
document.
won his own league. So
Dope.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. Cody, being the sweetheart he is, he's like, hey, have you ever won a fantasy football championship? Like, yes, dude, I've won many. The problem is I haven't won my own. That's the problem. I was like, I've won all these other leagues, no problem, hands down. I win them. But just my own league, I've come so close it so far. I'm 0-4. And it's
To be
starting
fair-
to a little bit.
To be fair, this year was karma when we beat you in the playoffs because last year our team was by far the better team and by far 100 times better than the team we had this year. And you snuck away with a win in the
semifinals.
Yeah, in the semifinals. So
Yeah.
It sounds like if you have a good team throughout the whole year, like you lose in the playoffs.
I
Like,
know. It's bad.
Oh, yeah.
I beg to differ.
Roman,
no. When I won it back in 1985, I like barely went into the playoffs, and I actually beat Manny for the championship.
Yep.
And he had all the good players. I won with like fucking Tony Romo, and I don't know who else I had, but
so now there's only two people who have ever denied splitting the pot. And that it was Tim and Javi. Javi ended up winning it against Ruben, which Ruben still holds against them.
Ruben still.
100%.
I didn't know Javi did that.
That was part of the reason Ruben left the league because Javi did that to him. Javi's like, no, I'm not splitting with you.
Javi,
Wow.
Javi 100% knew that he was gonna win, but he was also like, the worst that happens is I don't owe money. He's just like, so why am I gonna split the pot with him?
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
You got nothing to lose.
Javi
If I had Tim's
put the
team
nuts on
too,
the
I would
table
have
to
thought.
do one, and Cody and Ricky put their nuts on the table begging for money, and
Didn't even get a text back.
we were willing to do whatever.
Didn't
we
even get a
were
text
talking-
back.
Cody and I were talking back and forth, like, hey, like whatever deal he's willing to like shoot out, we'll take it. It went to 90-10.
I got desperate. 90-10.
Yeah,
Come
we
on.
were like, fuck it, send it. We'll take something.
Damn.
And he was
Yeah.
like, nope, didn't even give us the time of day.
Oh, man.
well,
Hey, well,
congrats to
when
you
I-
both. Yeah.
when I won, I split the pot, but not by choice. I got taxed by Uncle Sam.
Oh, dude.
That's the year that they were like, oh hey, let's give third place fucking $200. Let's give second place $500. Hey, let's give this guy.
Who voted for that rule?
So back then we had a lot of different payouts when we were like still in the development of the league. That was still like the first few years. So
Bullshit.
we had a lot of payouts. Angel ended up winning, but he only won the title. I ended up winning most points again, and then I had most wins, but the payouts were bigger. And then I took second place. I actually won more money than he did.
Angel did.
I was gonna say, yeah, Angel won but still owed money.
Yeah, no,
Angel
I
just
think
saw
the
the money
pot.
go around, but he's like, "How come Manny has more than me?" I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, remember back in the day, Angel would have like a new roster every game, so that makes
Oh,
sense.
not much
You
of
owe.
that. That's still the same.
Yeah,
That's
it
not
is.
changed.
It's getting worse. I need to stop.
No, the year Adam won, Adam's probably had the best team ever in our league, and I'll never forget this because that year is the year that Tom Brady had Randy Moss, and he had both those.
Ooh, yeah.
And nobody realized it until I think like the 5th round, and they're like, "Who's the receivers?" Like, "Fuck, Adam has both." They're like, "Fuck." It wasn't even a competition.
Adam just literally
from
he
there.
didn't do any other move all season. He had those two guys, and they carried him all the way through. What did they score?
all the
40?
way. It wasn't even
Plus
fair. It
touchdowns?
was awful.
It was stupid.
Wow.
I think Javi had LaDainian Tomlinson the year that he scored
He broke that
20
touchdown record.
Yeah.
Touchdown record. Mhm. Yeah, that's how your
So-
hobby beat Ruben.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
I think that was
Man.
another reason why Javi was just like, I'm not splitting the pot. I have the best running back possibly ever. Like,
Dude,
Yeah.
if I ever get into that chance, I'm always splitting the pot.
That's the thing. When in 2018, when I was going against other Tim in the finals, and he had a much better team than mine, he hit me up and was like, "Hey man, do you want to split?" I was like, "Yes, I do. I want to split. You have a better team." He's like, "Hey man, it's fantasy football. You never know." I was like, "I'll take whatever you give me."
Dude,
And then I ended up beating him by 1 point, and I was like, "Wow, yeah, you really never know."
No.
So after that,
That's
it's
what-
just like always at least get like 70-30, get something out of it.
At least
No,
your
man,
money
ask
back,
Manny.
dude.
I never
Yeah.
trade with anybody. I never split the pot. I'm like the stingiest old bastard you've ever met playing fantasy football.
It's
Go
okay. I'm
figure.
following that route.
Going
I'm following
into it,
that
I
route.
never want to.
You have to win,
Yeah,
Alex.
you never want to going into it.
No,
I
man.
do gotta win.
Yeah.
You got to defeat the pink ladies, get any kind of change out of me, man. It's not going to happen.
I know all I know is next time around for next championship, I'm gonna offer the dude all the money and say just don't start anybody. I'm gonna give you all the money. I just want the trophy.
I just want my name on it.
Yeah.
I just want the trophy.
I will say one thing I did consider was texting Tim saying like, okay, how about this? Just give me and Ricky $800. Win or lose, you get the rest. That way we get something. Thinking we were going in losing, but when he didn't respond, that was it.
Yeah.
Just to get a piece of the pie.
We
Man.
did. Yeah, we didn't even want 50-50 because we didn't think that was a possibility. So we started off lowballing ourselves, and
Well, that's a rule. You can't ask for 50-50 anymore.
Oh, yeah,
I think it
that's
has
right.
to be at least
But I mean, like,
40.
we weren't trying to
Oh, you
go
can't
like
do 50-50? It's a rule?
No, that's
There's-
also a rule
there-
that's in
there's
our little bylaws. Is that
Yeah.
it has to start has to be offset percentages, cannot be 50-50 split.
So
yeah,
60-40 is the minimum?
Mhm.
Because too many people were doing 50-50 every year, so it was kind of
It was killing
the winner's got to take something.
right.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
well, this
All
year
right,
the winner's
well,
taking
so
all of
many-
it. Thanks,
so
Tim.
many rules. You guys Nazis or what?
I was always for
Here we
Did you
go.
not
take all
download
the
the
enemy for
7K
it.
PDF file?
Well, congratulations to Ricky and Cody. You know, as
Congrats,
soon as the
guys.
barbecue happens, you guys will be getting
Congrats.
a Venmo your way, and you can spend it all.
Hey, I'll be there actually. I'll be back there.
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
He's gonna be part of the
Yeah.
barbecue. All
I'm
right.
starting EMT school, so I'll be out there in another week and a half. So I'll be
Oh,
there for the
excellent.
party.
Hell
yeah.
What's the name of the team? I didn't even ask.
The name of their team?
Our
Yeah.
team. So we
That-
had TJ Hawkinson and Raheem Mostert in the beginning of the year before they both kind of got hurt and went out with injuries. So our
Like
team
our
name
whole
was Dr.
roster.
Hawkinson's Mostert.
Nice.
So that's what we were working with. We had both guys, but Mostert went out on like the second play of the season, and it felt like we were cursed.
But we need to
Damn.
figure out and stay tuned is what we're gonna put on the trophy for mine and Cody's name.
Oh,
I got a couple ideas.
Mm.
I got a couple ideas.
There's some stuff.
Carlos will be handling
Yeah.
that. So.
I know. I'm waiting for Carlos's text.
All right. So a couple of things we can talk about here. We can get right into the Czar of Sports freezing take of the week, or we can talk about
that'll take about 2 seconds.
both. Yeah. So let's hear
Let's hear these takes.
Angel's
Yeah.
Czar of Sports take. I don't
The
have
main-
a gong on me. You need to get a gong, Angel.
The-
'cause we
the-
need
oh,
you to
yeah.
get a
Yeah,
gong.
shit, right?
The main one I would have to say for all you soccer fans out there, Holland and Mbappe. Where do you think they're going?
He doesn't mean Holland the country. He means Hala the player.
Oh,
So here we go. Freezing take already started bad, so this is good.
so you mean Holland,
Oh, shit.
Holland and Mbappe?
Holland. Yep.
Okay. Mbappe is going to Real, and Holland is going to Man City.
You got the first one right.
Okay, where's Holland going?
He's gonna go join Real. We're gonna have the best strikers in the world. You watch. He wants
It
to
is
go to
written.
Madrid. Oh,
Well, the
boy, right there.
gong. All right. Mbappe and not the country of Holland.
Not the country. Not the country.
You heard it here first.
The
By
entire
Czar.
the entire Dutch team is going to Real Madrid.
Yes.
That's a force to be whacking with.
There we go. They're changing their uniforms to orange as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's go
goodness.
Real Madrid.
Oh,
All right.
And one more. Raiders winning San Diego. I mean, LA, whoever. Chargers, whatever. Raiders going to the playoffs. Fuck the Chargers.
All right. Czar of Sports of the week.
All right.
take.
He definitely has more of a chance of the whole Dutch team going to Real Madrid than that happening.
yeah.
Oh man. All right. Great. Well, So Disney this week they launched an amazing new show, or last week, they ran episode 2 this week of Book of Boba Fett, and
I'm going to pull myself out of this one.
All right,
Don't spoil it.
All right,
You haven't seen it?
No, not yet.
so,
Bye-bye.
Cody,
Thanks,
have
man.
you seen?
Yeah, I
Have you
have.
seen
I
Mandalorian?
watched it last night.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. All right, so who Alex, are you good up to speed?
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah?
I'm out.
I'm actually currently finishing up right now.
All right. All right. We'll let
He's up
Ricky
to
bounce
speed
out. So
now.
no spoilers. All right. I know. No, Angel's like, I don't give a crap about this.
I
stuff.
don't watch TV. I
Yeah,
still watch
so-
The Simpsons.
He's too busy working.
Yeah.
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 3 a.m. exactly. The show had a unique start with episode 1 with kind of there was questions that needed to be answered, right? Fans have been wondering how the hell this dude survived the Sarlacc pit. It showed that. It was I thought that was pretty cool, but the episode would kind of move slow. But
Okay, question. Hold on. Episode 1. Where the hell did that stormtrooper come from?
That's a great question.
Wait,
Like,
hey,
I don't
wait a
remember
minute.
them ever feeding a fucking stormtrooper to the Sarlacc pit.
Hey, if you guys are gonna talk about shows and this is recorded and someone might actually watch this, shouldn't you say like spoiler alert or something?
That you know what, Angel? You're absolutely right.
Yes.
We might have.
Wow.
one.
I think
We're
Ricky
not-
leaving-
Ricky
we're not-
leaving
Look
was
at that
a
dog.
spoiler alert.
That's why Ricky left the chat though. No spoiler.
Oh,
Yeah,
We'll
Ricky
leave
leaving
that.
was
Yeah,
a
so
spoiler
those
alert.
people, same thing. You can leave the cast when talk because we'll leave it to the last few minutes here to talk about that. So yeah, so spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
There's a stormtrooper inside the Sarlacc pit for some reason, but
And his oxygen still works.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened recently.
Yeah.
Fell in somehow.
I was gonna say because there was no stormtroopers at the battle with Jabba the Hutt, right?
No, so it happened
No.
before that. I don't know. I like the show, just questionable start.
Questionable start. But episode 2, I thought it rebounded quite magnificently.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Cody? What do you think? What was your take on that?
I agree, and I've been actually more a fan of the dream sequence of going back and finding out how he got to where he is and his actual
love that.
present day. Yeah. I'm more. Every time they're in the present day, I just want to go back. Like, okay, let's go back to the dream. Let's see how he got to where he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was like, if you watch The Mandalorian, it was like, okay, this is cool when he introduced himself again, but you're like, why the hell is he dressed like a Tusken Raider? And why the hell is he fighting like a Tusken Raider? Like,
Yeah.
because there was a lot of
They
questions
set
there.
that up.
And I loved it, how they've now developed that whole thing. Like, oh, this dude really was like in it. Well, that is awesome.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I loved about that though is like they don't only explain it. It was like a whole Western vibe to it, where he was like, there was like a runaway train. There was like the whole like on speeder bikes instead of horses. They get on a
Horses,
train.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was like the
Yeah.
whole Tusken Raider in the desert Native American tribe. Like it was just fantastic. Like it was great.
I didn't like seeing all those
Like old
banthas.
school
guy.
but current bank or train robbery.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty kick-ass sequence. I will say that. I didn't like seeing all those banthas get blasted. What they
It's
were
all
doing.
good. That's me. Delete it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. We'll use every part of it.
Yeah,
Many
but no,
buffalo were lost. Many bantha were lost. It's all good.
no, but I agree. The dream sequence, especially the latter half of that second episode, was like, man, that was really, really, really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the rituals. I love how they kind of got into the culture of Tusken Raiders because it's something that fans
Yeah.
have always had a question about. It's like, this is really, really cool because there's a lot more to them, but the original series didn't give them the credence. Now this new ability to tell new stories is allowing that to happen. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And what's also
And the other thing I
badass,
find
didn't realize
amazing about
until-
it.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Oh, the thing I do find amazing about it is they don't put subtitles when they speak. You're just going in and it's pretty much no dialogue. When
It's
Right.
like sign
when you're with them.
language.
Yeah, sign language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gift.
And you're watching this whole show about it and you're so
Stop.
fascinated.
Yeah.
No, was
Oh,
badass.
right.
And I just found this out today because I was reading about like kind of the analysis for episode 2. Their lead warrior, that one that's all in black,
Uh-huh.
it's actually a female.
Yes, yeah. I figured
Yeah.
that. I figured that she was the tribe's queen, the tribe leader's queen.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
Oh, is she though? I don't know
like a
that
little-
she is. I thought
That's the vibe I
the
got.
leader
was
had
that they were
somebody
somehow
else.
together.
I think she's the tribe leader's queen. That's just what I
That's
thought
what I had
when
gotten.
first saw her.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
think that. I thought the guy had like the leader had like another like a queen.
Like
I
a
just assumed she was
bodyguard.
like their best warrior.
Well, no, and I think that young Tusken Raider is their son.
Oh, I can see that.
They
can see
have
that.
some kind of connection. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
he was after that first episode. That's why he sort of
He was
released Boba
accepted.
and brought
He
him in.
accepted the game to
instead of a
drink. Like
prisoner,
here,
yeah.
you earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you helped my son look cool in front of everyone else, who's my
Right.
dickhead son over here. So
Right.
Yeah. So no, I like where that was going. So they definitely rebounded, and we'll see where the show goes from here. But definitely excited to see. I mean, and Adam and I talked about it. Like Dave and Jon Favreau should just be doing this exclusively, and they should be running the show with Star Wars.
Favreau and Filoni should just take over Star Wars for life. Like no project without their blessing, because they're
so
just
good.
awesome. They get it,
Yeah. I know, Adam, you talk to a lot of people who are big fans and everything. Have you heard any crazy takes out there?
Shit, let me pull up the
regarding
chat.
show?
Oh my god. Yeah, what are we gonna call him? Friend of the show?
Let's call him acquaintance of the show.
An acquaintance of the show. Yes, this guy has just got horrible takes on all things Star Wars. He loves Star Wars but hates it at the same time. Like he loves the old stuff, hates the new stuff, except for the bad new stuff, which he loves. So I was talking, I'm like, dude, yeah, exactly. So I'm like, dude, this is so good. The show's so great. He goes, I can't stand the flashbacks. He goes, it's like, I just want to see how, like, I want all the new stuff. What's he going to do since he killed Jabba or since he killed Bib Fortuna? He goes, what's, like, the flashbacks suck. Like, they're driving me nuts, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, what'd you think of the episode 2? Man, he goes, I like the second half of the episode. And I'm like, that's the flashback.
That's the flashback.
Yeah.
What the hell? I was like, that's just a terrible take. That's an Angel Sports take right there.
I hate the flashbacks, but I loved it in this episode. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, the flashbacks are the worst part of the show, but the second half of episode 2 is great. I'm like,
I was like, oh, it wasn't a flashback, the dream sequence. That's what it was.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs. Yeah, no, this guy's a trip for sure. But yeah, he's just, I don't know. I don't get it. For me, I love it. I kind of want to see more of the modern day, like after he's king of the crime syndicates now. Like I want to see more of that stuff. I think they're not exploring it enough. It's like a lot of flashbacks. So I'm hoping in the later episodes, once they get caught up.
So a quick theory I have about that is I think they have to set up the Tusken Raider thing because I think he's going to bring him into the fold, part of his modern syndicate, right? Because they've never really been like part of any type of organized situation. So I think he's the one that's going to bring them into like, hey, these people are to be trusted, right? They, like he talked about, they know the desert's better than anybody. They know every grain of sand out there. Like he's going to utilize their skill set like no one ever has. So that's where I kind of see the show going. Like
I see them turning on him.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because they're like, you picture them like they're Native Americans, right? They're a peaceful tribe. Just don't take our land, don't cross over our land. But in this last episode, he goes, you crossed our land, you owe them something, right? And they're appreciative of that. I'm not sure they're going to approve of like Boba Fett kind of starting war with crime, and like they're going to want no part of that.
See, I have a friend whose name also happens to be Adam, and he's a big Star Wars fan. His take is that Boba's going to promise the Tuskens that he's going to give them their land untouched if they help him become that crime syndicate leader. So he's going to use them as that tool, promise them, hey, no one's going to touch your sea. This will be your land. No one's going to even cross it. Help me get here, and I can do that for you.
So like unite all the tribes kind of thing, because there's multiple Tusken tribes, right? They talked about that.
Right. Yeah.
And I love how they refer to it as the
he promises them that.
The daimo, right? Like just like old Japanese warlord, the daimo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the new daimo. All right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Basically, Angel, this show's about Star Wars and the Mafia. Like, if you watch a Mafia show and a Star Wars show, that's what this is. Like, showing the Mafia side of it. So
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
fantasy space mafia show. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. All right,
But
well,
okay, does the freaking was it mayor or governor's Tatooine's Domo? Does he drive anybody else nuts? Like I hate that guy.
The way he speaks English through that voice box.
No, I'm okay with the governor. His right hand man
Or the mayor.
Oh,
The mayor's
Twi'lek-
assistant
Twi'lek
guy.
the Twi'lek. Yeah. The
Oh,
Twi'lek
dude,
Nah.
I don't like him. I don't know what. I just don't like the guy.
I think that's by design, right?
He's got something else going on. He's got
He
something
does.
else going on.
He's like suspicious
Yeah.
and sneaky. I don't like it.
So
He's
is
always
Bib
talking
Fortuna.
his way around things.
You
Yeah,
can't trust those
something's
male
going on
Twi'leks.
there.
The male Twi'leks are just awful.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, good deal. So we'll see what happens. Next week, probably dip into just a small section here, but I know our time's coming up here to the hour. Thank you guys all for joining. You know, Cody, congratulations again.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Good stuff. I know. Look at it.
You know, maybe with the winnings, you can get yourself a proper hoodie sweatshirt.
No. This is the one. This is it.
Oh.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay. See, Adam. Actually, that's your best EPL take I've ever heard, Adam. That's great. He had a 3/4 zip up here, Tottenham at the house, and I was just looking at it like, what is this thing doing in my house?
You were jealous. You liked it.
I have no problem with Tottenham, but if you ain't a mank, you'll wink.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god.
know, a Man U fan.
Unbelievable.
Oh, unbelievable.
So
All
gross.
right. Well, thank you guys for joining. Appreciate it. Give your guys night back. Everyone, hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see
Hey,
you.
shout out to everyone that has COVID.
Oh, that's right. You know, yeah, stay safe out there. Just you know, keep it. If you're sick, stay home, lock down. But just if you got people who are down, you know, good luck to them, and hopefully they recover. And everybody just kind of watch out for your family and friends, and we'll get through this. You know, just we did it before. We'll have to do it again. Simple as that.
Ruben, we love you.
Yeah, Ruben.
Mhm.
Can't see you, but
Ruben.
yeah. Hopefully you get your taste back so you can taste those nalgas again.
Maybe it's best he has
And
COVID.
Tim, I love you too. Come back to the league, Tim. Please, we need you, Tim.
Yeah, we don't want Tim to leave. So
No, we need your money, Tim.
It was a fumble, Tim. It was a fumble.
It was a fumble. You're right. He'll be getting a
They
copy.
faked it.
Oh man.
17 is greater than 16. Don't remember. Don't forget. 17 is greater than 16.
Oh
Guys,
man.
well, you have a good night. Thank you all for joining, and good luck, and possibly
Thank
see
you.
you next week. See you next time.
Oh yeah.
Good night,
Adios.
fellas.
Cheers, guys.
Have a good night.
Later.